Hello everybody, my name is Chloe and today I'm here with a brand new video. Today I'm here to do some anticipated releases of 2021, but before we get into the anticipated releases, I do want to address one thing. So, for the past, I don't even know how many years, you guys have opened my videos and heard me say, hey guys, it's Chloe. Well, starting with this video, I am no longer going to be saying that. It's now going to be, hello everybody, my name is Chloe, because I would like to be more inclusive with my terminology that I use in my introduction, and saying the word guys is not inclusive of everybody. So from now on, every video is going to be opened with hello everybody, my name is Chloe and today I'm here with a brand new video. Today we're here with some 2021 anticipated releases. Normally I would do 6 months at a time, but this year I've decided to change it up. I'm going to be doing anticipated releases for January through March just because I have so many releases to talk about just in the first 6 months that it's going to be easier to break it up into 3 months at a time. So today we are talking about 12 releases happening between January and March. So let's go ahead and jump right in, starting with January. Coming out on January 5th is Happily Ever Afters by Elise Bryant. I actually read this the last week of December. I was able to sneak it in really quick. I received this arc in a giveaway from Y'all Write 2020 and it was sent to me by Epic Reads. I loved this book. I gave it 4.5 stars and I wrote a little review for it on Goodreads, which I will link in the description below. This is about 16-year-old Tessa who has never seen herself in the stories that she reads, so she writes characters like her into the stories that she writes. She gets accepted into a fancy art school when she moves towns, and when she goes to her first creative writing workshop, she is stuck with writer's block. So her friend Caroline has decided to turn her life into a real-life rom-com in order for her to get her inspiration back. I will say that there are content warnings for J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is mentioned for about 2 pages in this book, and then for the rest of the novel there are some sporadic mentions of Harry Potter, and there's also a content warning for anxiety. Next, coming out on January 7th is Blood Metal Bone by Lindsay Cummings. So I found out that this is actually only being released in stores in UK, Australia, and New Zealand and not in the US, but you are still able to purchase it on Book Depository. I don't know why. If anybody has that answer, please let me know in the comments below because I'm really curious. But this is Lindsay Cummings' first solo novel in a couple of years. I love The Murder Complex by her, which was her debut, so I'm really excited for her to be releasing a new novel. Also, since it's only coming out in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, it makes sense that it's coming out on the 7th, which is a Thursday and not a Tuesday like books normally come out on. Next, coming out on January 12th is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This one also came from the giveaway from Y'all Write that was sent by Epic Reads. This is a prequel to The Hate U Give where it follows Star's father when he was 17, and it is 17 years before the events of The Hate U Give. Angie Thomas has written 2 amazing novels before, and I'm so excited for this release. And I'm also interested to see if they do a collector's edition, what color it's going to be, because The Hate U Give is gold and On the Come Up is silver, so I'm wondering if they'll do a collector's edition of this book. The last one for January, coming out on January 26th, is The Ex-Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is an adult romance novel. I do have an e-arc via NetGalley, so I do plan on talking about this book in my January wrap-up, but I am so excited to pick this one up. I think it's either centered around a radio show or a podcast, but I'm very excited. I love my adult romances, and this will be the first thing that I've read by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Alright, moving on to February. The first one coming out on February 2nd is Makeup Breakup by Lily Menon. I read this one a couple of months ago, so I will link my wrap-up where I talk about it in the description below. But this follows 2 rival CEOs, one who owns Makeup and the other one who owns Breakup, and they are now neighbors in the same office building. Next, coming out on February 16th is First Comes Like by Alicia Ray. This is the 3rd book in the Modern Love series. They're companions and they follow different characters from each of the books. And this one is following Gia. I won this arc from Goodreads and I have really been loving the first 2 books, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. And I'm not sure if this is going to be the last book or not, or if she's planning on writing more, but I'm hoping that she writes more. And then the last one for February, but it's also coming out on February 16th, is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. First of all, we're not going to talk about how god-awful ugly this cover is. If we could just have matching covers from the original series, I would be happy. So this is going to be like a new trilogy, but still in the ACOTAR world, where it follows Nesta, which is Feyre's sister. It has been a hot second since I read the last ACOTAR book, but either way, I'm still excited. I will say though, I have already made the executive decision that I am not going to be buying this book because of how ugly the cover is. I'm just going to get it from the library, and my series will forever remain incomplete on my shelves. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the final month, which is March. I have 5 books to talk about. So starting off, coming out on March 2nd is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. I still have to read Chain of Gold, and I still have to read The Lost Book of the White, but that's not that bad compared to how behind I have been in previous years. And I can still be excited about this release, even though I'm not caught up on the Shadowhunters related things. I'm still excited. Next, also coming out on March 2nd is Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. This is her 3rd novel. I've read both of her other previous books, and they don't like scream like favorite book to me, but I do enjoy reading them, which is why I'm still going to pick up and read her 3rd novel. Next, coming out on March 9th is Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the 3rd book in the Brown Sisters trilogy, and I'm so excited for this book. This one's going to be following the 3rd sister, Eve, and I'm so excited to read this. If you guys haven't gotten into the Brown Sisters trilogy, definitely check it out. It starts with Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which was a 4-star read for me, and then Take a Hint, Dani Brown was a 5-star read. Fantastic. So check them out. I'm so excited for this book, and I'm just really excited. Next, coming out on March 23rd is The Theft of Sunlight by Intisar Kanani. This is a companion sequel to Thorn, and we meet this character in a short story called The Bone Knife, and it's also set in the same world as Thorn. And finally, the last book to talk about coming out on March 30th is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. You guys may know that I finally read the Six of Crows duology in 2020, and the only one left that I need to read is King of Scars, and I fell in love with Six of Crows, so I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that I like King of Scars. I'm not gonna lie, Crooked Kingdom was only okay for me, but King of Scars, I'm ready. Plus the TV series that is like a mix of Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows is coming out in April too. Maybe I should read King of Scars before that comes out. Alright everybody, that is all of my anticipated releases for January through March. Come back in like March or April to hear all of my anticipated releases for April through June. I have a lot more exciting end of year / beginning of new year content that I'll be posting for the rest of January, so make sure you stick around, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, check out the link to my Patreon in the description below, and consider supporting my channel and also getting some extra fun stuff along with becoming a Patreon supporter. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
In the darkness, I don't feel so